start. So we continue with laws of Mezuzah, Siman number 11, even CF number 16. So it says the gatehouse, which is a small house built adjacent to the gate of a courtyard, in which a watchman sits, and a balcony, though through which one ascends to the upper floor, balcony, and a garden, and a pen for animals, are exempt from the requirement of Mezuzah, since they are not made to be used for a residence. Okay, so one more time, this balcony. Yeah, go ahead.
Since, let's say, for example, you said a farm, correct?
A what?
Like a farm where one can.
Yeah, barn, like a
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But an animal, it's your property. Can't it be considered storage?
Like a storage of your properties. Yeah, just 1 second. Seats. In the upper floor, the garden, and the pen for animals, exempt from requirement of Mezuzah, since they are not made to be used as a residence. So the storage, like when you say storage, let's say you have this barrel of the wine, or some boxes you have, right? So technically you can put your bed and sleep there, but with your horses or sheep, the person is not going to sleep. So it's abnormal circumstances. You understand? That's why they don't call it residence or this gatehouse. So gatehouse, it's like for security guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Let's say this though. Let's say a barn, usually because animals need to eat, right? Let's say there's a cow. Cows need hay, for example, right? So someone can sleep on hay. It's possible.
But sleep and recite, it's two different things. So sometimes when it's nice outside and it's a safe neighborhood, you can go to your balcony or your terrace and you can sleep on the terrace.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but you don't live there. You just sleep there for like a few nights a week, a year.
Got it. So for a place where you keep storage, does one need to put, if one sleeps there for 1 day, since let's say it's been his storage for a month, okay? Now, it's not considered his residence, correct? It's not considered his permanent residence, right?
But he can sleep there. He can use it for the residence. So if he takes all of the boxes out, let's say when he sold all the merchandise, and he has the whole family, he has a wedding in his family, but he needs more room, so he can sleep there. He can sweep and put 10 people in that room.
I completely understand, but either way, it's not considered a permanent residence, right?
It's not permanent, but it is a place suitable to be a resident.
Now,
so it's your boxes.
The reason I ask is because the question is like this. Now, let's say it's only been used as storage. If someone sleeps there for 1 day, is it considered a permanent residence, or does
no.
Only after 30, always after 30?
Only after 30 days, but we said here all of the places that are suitable for residents. Technically, as I said, I mean, somebody came over. Big family came over, and they need a place to stay. So basically, you can move these boxes out to your garage and give them that room. There's no problem because it's room. It has heat. It has light. It has whatever is there. It's not big, so you can live there.
When you say storage, you mean storage as in the storage is able to be used as a permanent residence. What is in the storage? For example, let's say the storage had a bed. Let's say then you have to put a mezuzah. But let's say the storage is just a bucket. I don't know. Then you don't have to put a mezuzah, right?
No, but because of the size. But storage, if you put this separate building, and you have these boxes and car parts, whatever you have in there. Mm-hmm. So technically, it's common thing. Like today, they take all of the storages around like all part of the Brooklyn, and they convert it to condominiums. Right? They just add that facilities. the electric cable, that's the drain and all of the plumbing, and that's it. You can live there. So it's no longer storage. It's not. And in olden days, it was when they didn't have plumbing, indoor plumbing, right? But they didn't have electricity, so it was easy conversion.
Understood. Now this question is a little off topic. It's still about mezuzah. So let's say a Talmid Chacham, it's set, if someone else can do a mitzvah, he doesn't have to go away from his Torah study, correct?
Okay. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes. The question goes like this. I know someone like the Rambam paskins that he's not allowed to ask for a charity for his livelihood, correct?
The Talmid Chacham. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
So, let's say, is he allowed to ask? Is he allowed to get someone to donate for his mezuzah though, for a mitzvah, for that type of mitzvah?
People. No. So people can donate whatever they want. Donation is like a gift. You can accept gifts all day round.
Exactly. The Rambam says you're not allowed to accept gifts from others as your livelihood. No?
I think, okay, so that's what he said. It is true, but we don't pass him like Rambam in this case.
Mhm.
Right? So we say that...
What would the Rambam paskin in this case that I'm talking about? Would someone be allowed to pay for his mezuzah or no?
He can pay for his mezuzah, but you can always accept gifts. Somebody wants to give you a gift.
Okay.
So somebody came over to your house and he brought you a box of chocolates. It's not like you're hungry. You understand? So he wants to give you a gift. Maybe you have 6 boxes of chocolate. He brought you a watermelon. You have 2 watermelons in your refrigerator. You don't need the watermelon. You have money. Yeah, you understand? But he can give you a gift. There is no contradiction.
Yeah, I understand. But let's say with someone like, I think the Rambam would allow that. He just won't allow money because money can be used for one's livelihood. Now, chocolates, you're not going to really use them for one's actual livelihood.
Okay. So
in this case, is one allowed to use the hashkafa? Let's say he could pay for the mezuzah, right? But and the mezuzah is his mitzvah, 100% his mitzvah. But Talmid Chacham thinks, even though he's a Talmid Chacham, thinks, listen, I'm a big rabbi. I don't have to go away and do this mitzvah, even though it's a personal mitzvah, because someone's going to pay for it and someone's going to put a mezuzah on for me. Is that allowed or no? To think like that.
the thing like if somebody should get him a mezuzah.
Yeah, someone's going to.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, someone's going to do it for me. Even though it's my personal mitzvah, someone can do it for me.
Okay, so the mitzvah is to attach mezuzah to your doorpost. So you can always assign somebody as your shliach, as somebody who's working here for you. Right? Mm-hmm. As your messenger is the right word. So the shliach / messenger can do many things for you, and it's count like you did. I mean, not everybody, not all of the rabbis know how to use hammer or how to use drill and to screw in this mezuzah. Not everybody. So they would pay somebody, or somebody would do it for free. I did many mezuzahs in my life. Right, for elderly ladies, somebody do not know. Even men, not every man know how how to handle the drill.
But I would say there's a small difference over here in the example of what you're saying. The shliach, the rabbi who, let's say, doesn't know how to put on a mezuzah, he exerts effort because he can't do it by himself. He needs someone else to do it. In my scenario, I'm saying there's a rabbi. He simply doesn't put in any effort.
Oh, no. Okay. I apologize. So I probably missed that part. So if he thinks that somebody is going to do it for him, that's absolutely wrong. No.
Understood.
So his effort is to find somebody who is going to do it for him, and then it's going to count his mitzvahs.
Got it. Understood.
Okay, so
last question. Let's say someone else puts a door. You put absolutely no effort. You didn't even know this person was coming to your house, and he puts a mezuzah on your doorpost. Okay. Now, I can make. Is there an argument that you still get a part of his mitzvah for putting on the mezuzah because he wouldn't be able to put on a mezuzah in the first place if you didn't have a doorpost?
Could you repeat this question again?
Okay. Now,
I got so somebody came and I did not know, and he put out mezuzah. Okay,
yeah,
continue from here.
You put in absolutely no effort, and so I'm saying, and so you get does that person get the reward of the mitzvah because the person who put it on wouldn't be able to put it on if he didn't have a doorpost in the first place. The only reason he had a doorpost was because of that person.
On your question, so basically, let me answer maybe the different answer from what you're asking. So this guy who had this mezuzah installed by somebody else, he's not getting mitzvah for installing mezuzah, but he's getting protection from mezuzah, like side effects. So you, for example, you move into new apartment, and there were mezuzahs there, the Jewish owner. So are you getting the mitzvah of installing mezuzah? Absolutely not. But you have mezuzahs.
I'm saying let's say there's a rich person, right? Then there's someone who wants to put a mezuzah on his house, and the rich person is like, listen, I don't care if you put on a mezuzah, if you want to put on a mezuzah. I'm saying, does he get the direct reward of the mitzvah since that person who put on the mezuzah, he couldn't put on the mezuzah in the first place if there was no doorpost. The only reason he was able to put on the mezuzah was because that person had the doorpost. So he has to get some reward in the direct mitzvah.
Because of the doorpost?
Yes, because it's his doorpost.
I think it's the stretching too far. No, that's no. He's not getting.
Now, what I would say, is let's say, okay, I'll give you another example. Let's say there's a guy, he owns a Torah book, right? Now, he bought it, let's say 5 years ago. He doesn't even know it's a Torah book. He thinks it's something, something else. Let's just say.
Okay. Yeah.
He thinks it's a diary, and let's say there's a Jew. He sees this book. He reads it. Does that person get the mitzvah? Does the guy get the mitzvah? So, at least some of the mitzvah because he still bought the book.
But there is no mitzvah in buying the book.
There's no. Okay, I understand. There's no mitzvah in buying the book, but for example, when one, let's say there's a Rosh Yeshiva and he buys books for his for the library of his kollel or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He still gets the mitzvah because it's his books that they're using.
Okay.
Exactly. So I'm saying, does the same thing apply here to the guy? The guy gets the reward of the mitzvah, at least some of it.
So and this guy gives the book to a Jew to read?
Yeah, let's say he's like, he doesn't even know it's a Torah book or anything like that. He still says, listen, if you want, you can read it.
Okay, yeah, he's getting some reward, absolutely. Because of him, this Jew can study Torah, absolutely.
Exactly. So I can say the exact same thing in the thing about the mezuzah. Because of him, because he bought the doorpost, because he bought the door, now he can put on a mezuzah. There are two parts to the mitzvah of Torah study.
No. It's not the same. Here, I mean, you cannot compare it to examples. Here is a book. It's a direct benefit. So one gives explicitly to another. But in that case, as I understand from your example, the rich man is not aware of what's going on. He has just a door without mezuzah. So another guy comes and hangs the mezuzah.
Now,
it's not one-to-one. Yeah.
In the second example of the rich person, he is aware that the person is going to put on the mezuzah, but he says, "Listen, I don't care if you put on the mezuzah. If you don't put on the mezuzah." Now, does he still get some reward? No. Not at all. Understood. Got it.
So basically, if somebody says, "I do not care," it's like it's disrespect to the mitzvah. And somebody did mitzvah for him, how can he get the reward? Not fair. Okay. So let's continue. So we say. So let's read this piece again. The Gatehouse, we said where security guard sits. which is a small house built adjacent to the gate of the courtyard, in which the watchman sits, and a balcony through which one ascends to the upper floor, okay, and a garden, and a pen of animals. So garden meaning that garden can be surrounded by a fence, right? And it could be a door, like there's a door post and stuff like that. So yeah, but you don't put mezuzah. A garden and a pen for animals are exempt from the requirement of mezuzah. Okay, since they are not made to be used for a residence. Okay, as we said. However, if there is a house or a room that does require mezuzah, that is open to one of the above, meaning the house is open to this this balcony above, or to a pavilion. Pavilion, we said the definition of pavilion is like large area, and one side is open, or walls do not reach all the way to the ceiling. That's pavilion. Okay, 1 second. Or a pavilion, comment in. There is to a pavilion that would otherwise not require mezuzah. See previous year. Okay. So, but if your house is leading to the balcony, leading to this pavilion, or to I don't want to say that to the animal. Even in olden days, I think the animal pens were adjacent to the house, so he would put this mezuzah, but not because of the second room, balcony or animal pen, but because of this room that I coming from. So continue. Then they require mezuzah, even on those entrances through which people enter from a public domain. Okay, so basically what it says, that if he goes, there is some kind of, I don't know, like I'm thinking about the example, but I cannot imagine like any good examples. Like there is some kind of pavilion, so you cross it and then you go into the house. So in this case, you would need mezuzah, but I would say this mezuzah is for the house. It's not for this. It's like the first entrance to the house. That's the way I see it. Okay. So continue. Therefore, the gates of the courtyard, and the gates to the street, and the gates of the provinces and cities all require mezuzah. Since the houses or rooms that do not require mezuzah open onto them. So we're going to let's read it again, but I think we said it before. I mean, or it was similar idea. So one more time. Therefore, the gates of the courtyard. So all of the gates of the courtyard, they required mezuzah, and the gates of the streets. So there is some streets. I think HaRim, there's some gates in there, right? So the streets and the gates of the province and the cities all required mezuzah, since the houses and the rooms that do require mezuzah open onto them. But I would say it's. I mean, for me, it's easier to understand opposite way. Like, because this house requires mezuzah, so you put mezuzah on the entrance, and you go through this thing into your house. That's why you have mezuzah on the house. Okay, but gates of the courtyard. So okay, gates of the province, the city. So they all require mezuzah. Okay. Continue. The above halakha applies even to 10 houses or a room, each of which open to the next. Even if the 9 outer rooms are exempt from the requirement of the mezuzah. If the innermost room requires mezuzah, then all of the rooms require mezuzah. Therefore, the gate that opens into the garden, into the courtyard, requires mezuzah. Rambam. Okay, so let's read again and we try to explain. So there is I just thought about it, like all of these rooms that open to one another. That's what we had, I think, in the base of Mikdash, surrounding the base of Mikdash building itself. There was a like special storage room, and it was the way I understand it's like 2 or 3 floors. I think 3 floors, and all of them were connected through the door, right? I'm not sure if there were doors or they were open spaces without the door, but it was separate rooms, and you could go like on floor 1, floor 2, floor 3 from one room to another through them. So in this case, you would require mezuzahs on all of these doors. Okay, so one more time. One second. The above halacha applies even to 10 houses or rooms. So meaning these 10 houses are attached, and somehow you can go through one to another. Right? Each of which are open to the next. Okay. Even if the 9 outer rooms, I would say that sometimes I think I have a good example. So in hotels, so many times you have your hotel room, and between the 2 rooms you have a door. Why? Because somebody can buy two rooms, and they can open the door and they can share. So many people be like in one big room. So basically, since this door were created like to build to open, they can combine, even not combine. Even you can go from one to another. So you would need mezuzahs on all of these doors. I didn't see this in Israel, but for sure I saw it many times in America. Okay. So one more time. Even if the 9 outer rooms exempt from requirement of mezuzah, exempt in my understanding, it's like maybe a smaller room, not big enough. If the innermost room require mezuzah, then all of the rooms require mezuzah. Meaning that you're trying to get there to that innermost room. Therefore, the gate that opens from the garden into the courtyard requires mezuzah. Okay, so see Rambam. Rambam in Hilchas Mezuzah 6 say, although the gate would not require mezuzah in its capacity as the entrance to the garden, right? And as we said before, since it leads to the courtyard, so to the garden you would not need, but to courtyard you would need. Since it leads to the courtyard, which in turn leads to the house, so it's one leads to another, like so. Courtyard leads to the house, leads to the house that requires mezuzah. So it too requires mezuzah. So this so from the garden you go to the courtyard to the house. So on the gates of the courtyard you would put mezuzah, and of course in the doors of the house you would put. Okay. So continue after 43. However, some say that a gatehouse and a balcony require mezuzah. So that's why, for example, I did put, but without blessing, because it's like a questionable. Of their own accord, even if there is no house or room open to them. House or room open to them. So the way I understand this balcony, there is like the way I see it, it's like maybe it's not a balcony or some kind of porch. So you go up the stairs, let's say 5 stairs, 3 stairs. You go to this balcony, to this slash porch, and then from there is another stairs leading up, let's say up to the next story, then next story. So in this case, They say that some people, some rabbis say that, I mean, if there is a doorpost, of course, if there is no doorpost, you don't put. But if there is a doorpost, even this balcony itself is not leading to any room, right? But some rabbis say that put mezuzah. Okay. Since there is a doubt as to whether they require to have mezuzah, one should affix mezuzah without reciting the blessing. Okay, so let me check time. Okay, so we have a few minutes. All right.